I'm here today with Chapel Hill Carborough City School Superintendent Dr. Naya Hamlet. Dr. Hamlet, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So we are just days away from the start of the 2022-23 school year. Always an exciting time to welcome students back. What new and exciting things are happening in your district this year? What can families look forward to?
Yeah, we are so excited about the start of this school year. We feel like we're finally coming out of the pandemic, although we recognize that it's very much, still exists. But we're super excited because we just launched our new strategic plan, and the whole theme and really makeup of that strategic plan is about thinking and acting differently, and really getting back to the heart work of education and really serving our students and giving them the opportunity to connect and learn and grow.
Love that. And you mentioned the COVID-19 pandemic. Obviously, we're still very much in it. We see new variants emerge, the BA.5 being one of those latest variants. Do you think that your district is better equipped to handle COVID-19 clusters in schools and situations such as that more so now than this time last year?
Absolutely. We've learned so much from the pandemic and the COVID protocols that were in place last year. From just making sure that hand hygiene is top of mind for everyone. Of course, we are a district that's still mask recommended, so it's not required, but we do recommend it, especially when our community is in the high level. So we've learned a lot, and we're not letting that get in the way. I've said often that sometimes people have used the pandemic as an excuse, and we use it as an opportunity to do things differently. Yeah.
Are there any additional health safety measures in place this school year, or is it very similar to the way the school year ended last year?
It's a little similar. One of the things that we're doing differently is we're sending home test kits for families so that they can test at home and then notify us if there is an issue. Another thing that we're continuing to do is to communicate with our school communities when there is a positive case or, as you mentioned, a cluster in a school.
And should a student test positive, best course of action is what next for families?
Stay home. We still recommend that they stay home for 5 days and mask after that when they return. But just the same thing it was when, we were thinking about the flu or the common cold, right? Stay home when you're not feeling well, and we'll welcome you back and ready for you to go when you come back in 5 days.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, as you know, school districts across the nation dealing with staffing shortages. Where does your district stand in terms of teacher vacancies, bus driver vacancies, and other staff?
Yeah, so we are not exempt from the Great Resignation. We are a wonderful, wonderful school district. We have wonderful benefits, and like I said, just a great school district, but we're not exempt from the Great Resignation. So with that being said, we do have a number of certified vacancies still in play. We still have bus driver shortages, and we're really just looking at creative ways to make sure that we have someone in front of our students, and not just anyone, that we have highly qualified adults in front of our students ready to welcome them with open arms on August 29th.
And what incentives are you putting out there to encourage people to want to apply to be teachers within the school district?
Yeah, so we have signing bonuses for particular positions. We also offer paid parental leave, 4 weeks of paid parental leave for our employees. There are a number of benefits and incentives that are very specific to certain types of positions, and those were really the positions that were hard to staff prior to the pandemic.
Are you hopeful that we can get these positions filled prior to the school year, or do you think this will be a continuous effort throughout?
It will certainly be a continuous effort, but we are hopeful. We remain hopeful. And like I said, we're also doing creative things to make sure that, whether it's a teacher that's taking on an extra class or an extra duty, we're doing some teacher share opportunities and things like that. But we've been really fortunate to have low student-teacher ratios. Our EC and related service providers have low caseloads. And when I say low, I mean lower than average or the typical school district. So I think we're in a good place. And we also know that we have about 117 substitutes that are available and staying ready to serve our students as well.
Good to know. I want to turn now to school safety. School shootings, unfortunately, a top concern for parents across the country. Yeah. What safety measures are in place to ensure the safety not just of students, but as well as teachers and staff when it comes to incidents like these?
Yeah, so we've really shored up our training for our staff and for our administrators. We also have a number of things that have been in place actually throughout last school year, where we did a number of assessments throughout our schools. One of the the things that we're really focusing on is making sure that access points are secure, and ensuring that our staff are adequately trained, and that we're also using common language when there might be a safety issue that we need to address. And so our staff and our operations team has really been working hard to make sure that everyone is on the same page and that we're supporting our school community to ensure that it's a safe environment for everyone.
Perfect. All very important information. Dr. Hamlet, any final message to families as they get ready to send their student off to school this year?
Just that we are, as I said, so excited to welcome our students back. We're looking forward to thinking and acting differently and really putting that hard work into play. And we know that we're going to have a wonderful school year.
All right. Yeah. Dr. Hamlet, thank you so much for being here with us. Best wishes this school year.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.